Hey guys, welcome to Cook with Nancy. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make this zucchini chocolate cake. This is so luscious, so delicious, and zucchini you won't even taste, I promise. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell button, that way you don't miss on upcoming videos. Let's get started with this delicious zucchini chocolate cake with chocolate buttercream. Here I have 360 grams of all-purpose flour in a bowl. To this, I'm going to add 100 grams of cocoa powder. Any Dutch processed cocoa powder unsweetened would work. And I'm going to I've already swifted, just make sure you swift them. Here I have 3/4 of a tablespoon baking powder, 1 tablespoon baking soda, and 3/4 of a tablespoon salt. Go ahead and combine them and mix well until it's well incorporated and set it aside for the later use. Now, to start off the wet ingredients, I'm going to start with grating the zucchini. I have fresh zucchini. I'm going to grate until I get 4.5 cups of zucchini. So go ahead and cut the top and bottom and grate it with the regular grater, cheese grater. And once you grate them, just measure 4.5 cups. If you have any little less here and there, that's okay. Just measure approximately 4.5 cups. In another bowl, I'm adding 350 ml of vegetable oil, half a cup of sour cream or yogurt, room temperature, 1.5 cup granulated sugar, 1 cup packed brown sugar. Here I have 1 tablespoon vanilla extract, and now here I have 6 large eggs, room temperature. It's very important we use everything room temperature. Combine them well until it's nice and creamy and smooth in texture. And once this is nice and creamy, to this we are going to add the zucchini that we already grated. So I have 4.5 cups again. Go ahead and add. The zucchini has a lot of moist in it, so the zucchini will give more moist to the cake. So don't worry about, zucchini will have some kind of flavor. Definitely not. It is such a luscious cake. Now I'm going to add the dry mixture into the wet mixture in batches and go ahead and mix them. If you want to use a stand mix, that's a great option because it's a big cake. So you can definitely use stand mix. Go ahead and scrape the sides down and mix it well until it's all well incorporated. I'm also preheating my oven at 350 degree. Here I have 3 8-inch pan. I have buttered and floured. You can definitely use cocoa powder so that you don't have that white edges. I have just done that with the white flour, so either way it's okay. You can actually trim the edges on the sides if you want. Now I'm going to bake this for 40 or 45 minutes at 350 degree preheated oven. Meanwhile, here I have dark chocolate unsweetened. I'm going to just chop them roughly. Out of this, I'm going to take half a cup of chocolate. In this, I'm going to reserve 1/4 cup of chocolate for later purpose. Now I'm going to double boil it and melt it. And as soon as it's melted, I'm going to add the reserved 1/4 cup of chocolate and mix it. So this gives this nice crystal. I'm going to pour this on a parchment paper and just give it a quick layer. Just flatten it out using a spatula. When you flatten it out, just make sure your edges are not very neat. It can have any kind of edges because that's what we are going to decorate this on top of the cake. Now let it cool down completely. Forget about it. Now remove the cake and cool this completely on the cooling rack. It has to be completely cool. Here I have half a cup of cream and also 3/4 cup of semi-sweet chocolate. I'm going to add hot cream. So I'm going to heat the cream until it's nice and hot and add it to the chocolate mix. Mix it well until it's nice and melted. Now this is the chocolate ganache. We are going to use it for later purpose and set it aside. Now we are going to make the buttercream, the chocolate buttercream. Here I have 680 grams of room temperature butter. So make sure it's soft butter. As you can see, as soon as I put the hand mix, it's nice and creamy. It can easily be creamed. To this, I'm adding half a teaspoon of salt, 1/3 of a cup cocoa powder. Go ahead and mix them until it's nice and creamy. To this, I'm also scrape down the sides every time you mix them. Since we are using hand mix or a stand mix, either way you have to scrape it down. And now I'm going to add 5 cups of powdered sugar. You can add sugar more or less depending on your sweet level. And go ahead and add them in batches and mix them well until it's nice and creamy in texture. Now at this point, if you think your buttercream is very thick, you can add splash of cream. I'm going to add around 3 to 4 tablespoons of fresh cream and go ahead and mix them until it's nice and creamy. As you can see, splash of cream. Mix them well and then scrape the sides and set it aside. Now here's the chocolate that we prepared. Just go ahead and snap them. It doesn't have to be perfect. It can be any shape, any size. That's totally fine. As you can see, it's nicely crystallized. Now I also sliced the cake on top so that to have an even layer. Now go ahead and start assembling. Now I'm going to put the cake and then cream, buttercream that we prepared. Just be generous. We have a lot of buttercream. Go ahead and spread them around the cake as well. And go ahead and cover them with the whole buttercream. Now I'm going to lightly swift the cocoa powder on top of the chocolate, snap, and then chocolate crystal. Then I'm going to just place it on top of the cake. As I said, it can be any shape, any size. It's totally fine. Now once you finish putting the chocolate on top, now take the ganache that we prepared. I have put them in a piping bag and go ahead and drizzle them around the cake. Or you can even actually place it on top of the cake and then drizzle it over. It's totally up to you. I hope you enjoy watching this video. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will see you soon in my next video. This cake is super moist. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you guys. Bye.